They're advertising an event that could change Russia. A referendum over whether Vladimir Putin should be allowed to run as president until 2036. To those who've spent years protesting his rule, it would be an irreversible mistake.
He has had 20 years to do something good for Russia, and he hasn't. As a superpower, we are a joke. Colossal amount of Russians who live below the poverty line. Putin has had really enough time to show that he can do something. He hasn't done anything. He should go.
But the main opposition figure, Alexei Navalny, is urging Russians to boycott. He says years of electoral fraud and a crackdown on rallies means the result is fixed. And with polls suggesting President Putin's popularity is falling, even the pro-Putin campaign is hardly mentioning him.
Icons like the legendary poet Alexander Pushkin and other stars of Russian culture are on campaign billboards across the country. The authorities are framing this referendum not as a vote for Mr. Putin, but as a vote for Russia.
That's because the referendum includes a whole package of constitutional changes, including banning gay marriage and commitments to safeguard Russian culture. And President Putin is keen to make it a vote about national pride.
We have unconditional respect for the working man and for our inextricable, centuries-old history, traditions and culture. And therefore it is logical that many people have proposed introducing these fundamental, pivotal principles into the Constitution of Russia. I'm convinced that the majority of our citizens share and support this position.
If Russians vote in favour of the constitutional changes, President Putin could effectively rule for 36 years. Pushkin once said he wasn't born to amuse the Tsars, but right now Mr. Putin is relying on the poet's image to convince Russians to allow a very long presidency instead. Dan Ashby, CGTN, Moscow.